Hello there, everybody. I am here. This is Rosanna Rosie Glow with the lovely Sebastian, our little reindeer elf, and Chloe. And I wanted to just address this really in terms of whether you would like to have your baby in your arms next Christmas, as Chloe does. Last Christmas you were pregnant, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was talking to Den about that. I was like, yeah. Well, we had our first scan just after Christmas, so yeah, it was about 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
So Chloe's one of the graduates from my Conceive with Ease programme, and we have been showcasing, or we've been sharing testimonials from different women that have been on the programme. For Chloe, there was no known reason why she wasn't actually getting pregnant. And one of the things that was coming up, and I talk a lot about in my work, is this concept of trying to have a baby. Because how long were you trying without trying, if that makes sense?
So I think it was a year before I joined your programme. So yeah, a year of trying, and then obviously it took a year from after doing your programme. Was it November? And then I fell pregnant in September.
Right, so
yeah,
November.
So just short of a year, yeah.
So about
2 years in total.
8 months.
Yeah.
2 years in total. Do you mind me asking your age now?
39.
39. So this was 36 from 36?
Yeah,
yeah
36.
From 36. So, this is the thing, is I love to work with people who take a year to prepare. And there are lots of reasons for this. So for Chloe, she spent a year trying without trying, which most people, when they come to work with me, realise they've spent all this time trying to get pregnant, but actually their idea of trying might be keeping an eye on when you get your period and trying to guess when you're ovulating,
yeah.
or using ovulation sticks, or what else might be something that people do. Not using contraception, that's trying.
Yeah. The basics of trying.
The basics of trying, which are, first of all, the word trying implies it's hard work, and we really make it hard work when we expect it to be difficult. Obviously, if you've been on synthetic hormones for some time, then it does take some time in terms of contraception to be able to clear that from your body. But the main things that are important to understand is if you want to be holding your baby in arms next year, then you might be pregnant next Christmas, you might be holding your baby, but the message is that it takes a good 3 to 4 months for the egg that you are actually producing this month. There's a time lag, and it's actually produced according to the environmental conditions of 3 to 4 months ago, in the same way that sperm maturation is about 60 to 90 days. So for eggs it's 90 to 120 days, for sperm it's about 60 to 90 days. So what are the environmental factors? Well, this is the stress you're under, basically. This is how happy you are. This is the state of your relationship. I see so many people wanting to have a baby who, forgive me for saying this, are really not ready to have a baby. They're not ready in themselves. They don't feel safe in themselves. They don't feel safe in their wombs. And they definitely don't feel ready in the relationship. And one of the things we do on the programme is we talk, don't we, about key things that can come up that you don't really realise you might have very differing opinions on, including like what sort of medical advice you're going to follow in pregnancy, the birth choices you're going to make, how you're going to deal with the early days of having a baby, including breastfeeding, co-sleeping, immunisations, what products you're going to use, what baby products you're going to use. And do you want to say a little bit about that? Because both you and Dan are really quite green, aren't you? But there's still been quite a difference in your opinion.
Yeah, there's been, I think the main one is really around immunisation, has been where we differ completely. I'm more of the kind of, would rather go and not have any, and he's more, let's get him immunised, and more kind of the scared route of what if he does get something. But there's been lots of decisions to be decided upon, and I think having a balanced discussion around that, because we've had some heated discussions about the immunisation.
It's much easier to do before you're pregnant, actually, to have these conversations, and that's part of the programme. Is there's a lot we can preempt, there's a lot we can't preempt. So the Conceive with Ease programme is really designed to get you from the point of having an intention. It's a 3-step process. You have an intention, you clear up the resistance to that intention, so your internal resistance and the resistance within your environment, and then you take the inspired action. So it's everything from what we put on our bodies and in our bodies, but it's much more about the mindset that we adopt and what we need to clear, because we're all individual. And for Chloe, there was no known reason why she wasn't getting pregnant.
No, and no reason from Dan's side either. We got tests from him as well to make sure that everything was working fine.
But from my point of view and my experience, what I knew was going on for Chloe was she's a go-getter. She's a highly intelligent, educated woman who works in the corporate world, and everything's fast-paced, amazingly fit. you know, plays hockey, like, what would you call it? You do it.
Yeah, 3 times a week, yeah.
Insane, right? And I could see she really needed to calm her nervous system down and to really bring energy back into her body, which is what was lacking.
Yeah, I stopped hockey throughout the summer, really sort of relaxed, and still kept up with the yoga, but yeah, and then was on vitamins, making sure I was eating healthily, but yeah, just really relaxing, really.
You had to do it for some time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Really slow the pace down.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the thing, babies don't really fit into our lifestyles as they currently are. We do need to shift to baby pace. Everything happens more slowly, doesn't it? And it's incredibly demanding. And you may have been following the videos we've made with Despina, who actually did have known reasons why she couldn't get pregnant at the time and needed to go through the IVF route, but she was still following all of the advice on the programme, and we were working together as a group. We've got Una, who is currently in Ireland, and she's breastfeeding twin boys. And, you know, when you look at why we're not getting pregnant, there is inner resistance that needs to be worked through. Sometimes I'm working with clients for 3-4 months and that's it, they're pregnant and grace and ease and it's happened, and they've still really benefited in terms of the structure of the programme and clearing the internal resistance. More often than not, it's a year though, you know, it's a year from that point of wanting and then going through the process. If you think about it, it takes 9 months to grow a baby, it takes 9 months to close your body after you've had your baby, really taking a good 9 months to prepare, minimum 9 to 12 months really helps. And of course the obvious things are there, we all know what the obvious things are, but the internal work, you know, think about the detoxes that we did, the emotional mental detoxes, relationship with mum, relationship with dad, relationship with fear, relationship with pain, relationship with guilt, relationship with all those voices in your head. And, you know, a question I'll leave you with this Christmas is, would you want to be growing inside your womb? You know?
I think it also gives you confidence as well once you are pregnant, because it's understanding how your body works as well, and what's needed from you, and it kind of the program takes you all the way through to pregnancy, and then doing pregnancy yoga is just amazing on top of that. So you've got the continuation, and we actually have the Rise program as well to support throughout pregnancy as well. So there's a membership that just allows you to do that. So continuity of care is so important. Feeling supported, feeling safe. I've got a list here. So, yeah, the whole trying thing, if you book a breakthrough call with me, you immediately learn to understand that so many people say to me once they've started working with me, I don't know what I've been doing all these years. I thought I was trying, but clearly I wasn't. I was scratching the surface with this and getting frustrated. It's a much deeper journey when we're bringing highly evolved souls to this planet, which, by the way, all the souls that are coming now are highly evolved. So we talk about star seeds. He's a little star seed. Usually the parents are star seeds too. The truth is we're all star seeds, but we don't know that until we actually remember, right? And that's the process of remembering, is tying in your intellect, your heart and your soul into a relationship where you start to awaken beyond your intellect and your conditioning. And this is often what the conflict between the parents is as well, is that, you know, Chloe's done a lot of research regarding the whole immunisation thing, and often dads are quite blinkered. Not always, it can be the other way around as well, and it's just, when fear makes your decisions, you go to IVF first without having cleared your trauma, you go looking outside of you for saving rather than doing the inner work. And this is why I'll always say to you, come to me first before you go and do anything else. There may well be tests you need to do, but if you don't do the deep inner work, you don't maximise your chances of conceiving naturally or through assisted fertility methods. And in terms of the price you put on having a baby, we start to think about, hey gorgeous, we start to think about the IVF rounds clocking up, but like, what if you actually didn't need to even go down that route? What if actually, I mean, Despina was a great, you know, the story there. Did she have 7 rounds?
I think she had 5 rounds in the end, but she spent 7 years trying, and she went down that route so quickly because she thought she needed that support. And actually, she really needed to go on an inner journey. So, you know, with all of this, there is always a way. I believe everyone who wants to be a mum and a dad, there is always a way. Whether it's going to be your sperm, your egg, or a baby, you know, some kind of support, whether you're going to adopt, we don't know. But that desire to have a baby is what leads you to your own inner healing. And that's what I'm there to support you with, as are all the other mummies who've been through. I think I've gone through everything here. So the only thing I haven't shared with you is the fact that over this festive period, starting from now, we are offering 1/3 off breakthrough calls. They're normally £100. I'm offering them to you for £69 because I really want you to take the time to realise what is happening for you on your journey, and what is actually in the way of you, because we're all different, and through the programme we get to focus on the key areas that would help you specifically to conceive. That's why it's like there's 12 modules to the programme, because not everybody has looked at nutrition, not everybody has looked at what they're putting in and on their bodies, not everybody is looking at their relationship with themselves, their mother, etc. So it is an all-rounder that leads you to a place where you reparent yourself, which is the greatest gift you can give your child, because even if we had the most amazing parents, we still grew up with some unmet needs. We all do. So learning to meet those needs is what helps you feel safe to bring babies into the world and to help them to meet their needs. Otherwise, we project our unprocessed pain on our children, and I have lots of stories around that. My daughter's nearly 18. I'll be showing them in other videos, but you learn the hard way, and there's no need for that. So please take advantage of the offer. Know that miracles happen. Yeah? Sebastian's here, and the key to start with is to believe that it is possible. Okay, if you believe that it is possible, you start to open to the possibility. And it is true, some women have really had to work with me for a year before they've had their results, and they just need to keep recommitting. Others only a few months, but the result of this is that you come to the other side. It's not just about getting pregnant, and this is where I am adamant that we have to be more responsible. It's not just about getting pregnant, it's about feeling safe in the pregnancy, making the right birth choices for you and your baby, and then the postnatal period and how you feel nurtured and safe so that you don't spiral into a postnatal depression, which can often happen when you've spent so much time wanting to have a baby and thought that this was going to bring you all the happiness that you ever dreamed of, and then you're faced with what? What is the reality of it?
Yeah.
You've still got normal life, right?
Yeah.
And lots of extra demands.
Yeah.
And sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation, definitely at the beginning.
he's 6 months now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 6 months, yeah.
Look how good she looks! She looks amazing! She's so happy! And this is because she did the prep work. So, please get in touch, book your breakthrough call. You've got, well, there is an urgency to it. So the 1/3 off is only lasting for about 10 days or so. So please follow the link once I've put it on this video, and send me an email. And then look out for your emails, Slu. Look at the promotions and spam box, because we'll get back in touch with you with an opportunity to book into my calendar ASAP. Okay? And I will be taking calls over the festive period. And I want to see you thrive with your babies on the inside as soon as possible. Merry, Merry Christmas. Namaste.
Bye.
Any final thoughts?
No.
No? That's it.
Yeah.
Sucking his thumb.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.